human is all about.
Yeah. I still don't have a bed. I need to get a bed. I've mattress. I got sheets now. I got sheets for a mattress. Something. I just haven't
Nice.
bought a bed though. Like, I can't bring myself to do it. I don't know. Like, is it worth the money? Like, even $200, right? That's $200 you're not gonna get back. I could spend on Chipotle, alcohol. I don't really.
Right.
You know? I don't know. Feels weird, but people like judge me. They say I look like a squatter in my room, which is also fair.
But it's chic, you know. It's a
Yeah.
style thing.
Yeah.
You're just a trailblazer for a new generation.
No bed with a bookcase full of World of Warcraft books. I can't see why the ladies aren't just rolling in now. Well, we're here. VGJ.Storm DC. Didn't even feel like we had a break right there, and already some bans coming out. Looks like 2-4 DC gonna ban out Sand King, Bounty, and then Wisp Chen. So they're just banning Sand King out. It looks like. Do you like that? How did you draft first? Who was it back then? Like, it was during the TI qualifiers. It was FDL, right? Or were they sponsored by that point? When you
I
played
don't
versus,
remember.
I think they were just FDL.
That was TI.
No,
Stat.
Freedom.
They were
Freedom. They were Freedom.
Yeah, you're right. It was.
When you played versus Freedom, were you worried about like Stan King's IO and stuff, since that's all he played in pubs, or were you just not that worried? I don't know if you remember that far back, but
I don't.
Alright, I don't know. Stan King is the one person who I see who actually can get like 70% of his games in pubs with IO. That's mind blowing to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a dumb hero if it's played well. I think it's one of those heroes where it's about like your draft, right? Because in pubs, Io looks like a terrible hero, but then you have like one person to play with, God forbid a team, and you're drafting around it, and it's like, wow, this hero's insane. We should first pick it.
No. Well, last
But I like the bans though. Wow, Gyro! Wow.
Who saw this coming?
I totally didn't. I'm gonna guess DC's picking Ancient Apparition +1.
Who would you like the +1? Do you want to accord?
I like AA Void into Gyro personally, but you really just. What else could you do? I think you can honestly start for. I think Underlord can be first too. I think that hero's insane. But it's a really nice third pick for DC already.
You think Underlord can be first picked?
I think it'd be first too, yeah. Into a Gyro for sure.
Well, look at the Elder Titan. Still chance of an AA. AA Elder Titan, not really the best duo, but in this dual lane situations, not terrible. Man. Let's see who it'll be. It's gonna be Bane. Just like with the other, pretty much, what is it? It's like AA, Bane, and Witch Doctor seem to be the big fives now.
Yep, I think Bane and AA both match up real well against Gyro for different reasons. Yeah. The Bane mostly like just for enfeeble in the late game, because Gyro's like whole game is to just flak, and if that flak is making people afraid and it's killing them, the hero seems insane. But if you're enfeebled and you're just tickling people, no one really cares about the Gyro anymore.
Yeah.
It's a feast or famine hero, I believe.
Enfeebled Gyro. Note they gotta. I'm just gonna say they gotta fix Morph plus flat cannon. I'm just gonna say that shouldn't be in the game. That's actually outrageous.
That hero's low key just insane right now. I actually don't. If you don't outlane Morphling, like it just feels like you lost. Yeah. Especially because you like get the health back when you swap back. It's the same with like Omni Knight when you're playing Morph. You just go on him, steal repel, heal yourself, and you're Morphling again. Like how is that fair? And then you can keep switching back and repelling yourself.
Yeah. It's actually not. I actually played some games of Dota yesterday, and I had a Legion commander on our team. We reverse morph. He dueled the morph, and time ran out on the morph. He dueled the morph who was morphed into something, and when it ran out, he morphed back into his own morph, and he was just full HP while he was dueled. I was like, that doesn't seem balanced, but okay. There's the AA. Doesn't get picked up, so they'll take it themselves.
Not a huge fan, personally, into Bane AA. Oh, sorry, Bane ET, because you don't really outlane ET when he runs at you with like 1 billion damage, and Bane can always sleep the ult damage and the cold feet proc. Plus you battle against him pretty well in the laning phase. So it's not like a bad matchup. AA is like a super legitimate hero, but I'm not a huge fan in this support matchup.
Do you think because they know like Elder Titan Bane just beat him in these duel lanes, are they just gonna go like aggro tri-lane with Gyro AA +1? Is that a way to beat it maybe?
You can't, like, anytime you need to commit to tri-laning, I just feel bad. Like, I just don't think that's a thing you can do anymore.
Okay. Which I'm fine with. I'm a dual lane fan, so works for me.
Yeah. I think Clock would have probably been my choice if I were VGJ.
Clock gyro.
Maybe they take it third instead. Like, if they have AA Clock, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter the matchup. AA is just an insane hero, and you'd probably rather have AA plus whatever your 4 is versus, I don't know, like some fucking Oracle or something. That's like that.
Oracle.
Yeah.
So, talking about, you already brought up, but if people missed out, VGJ, if you haven't seen this VGJ.Storm team, they played together a little bit, but MSS on the support role now, changing. He's their playmaker, though, even in games. Like, sometimes it's your offlaner, sometimes it's not, but it seems MSS is still the guy who makes moves on the map. And Snake King, he plays a pretty farmy 3 role compared to most others. And it's worked out for him. Do you think 3 greedy cores on a team can work out? Because honestly, when I think of greedy cores in NA, I mean, Snake King, Yawar, and Tomato are pretty greedy to me.
Yeah, I think it depends on how you like play around one another and what your heroes do. So like, I think it was we lost some game to LFY a while back, and they were playing Underlord, SF, Gyro, and like 2 roaming supports. So all those cores are greedy, but they also have like super good wave clear. So it's easy to give everybody a game because no one's got to be like protected. You can kind of just like, all right, shove the lane, go jungle, shove another lane, shove the lane again, like, and you just play the game super fast. And the supports don't really have to do much but like run around.
Yeah.
And that's where the situations where it can work. The problem is if you have a really greedy 4 as well, it's like no longer really an option. And it's really lineup dependent as well, because when you're playing, you know, let's say an LC instead of an Underlord, that needs space in a very different way on the map.
Oh, all right.
Like the way I would say it is like there's heroes that rely on that create vision and pressure for their team, and there's other heroes that feed off of the vision and pressure. And as an example, Batrider doesn't want to be shoving lanes and showing all the time. He wants to be utilizing the space made by other people, staying off map. And Underlord is the opposite, where you want to just kind of shove lanes, assert dominance in this area of the map, and let your team play around you.
That makes sense. That's a big thing you're talking about. Staying off, like, if you're a Batrider, just staying off the map, you have more impact than anything else. And I think a lot of pub players don't understand that, right? Like, oh, I'm not doing anything, I'm going to go farm. But your threat of being off the map, people don't realize how big of a thing that actually is.
Yep. If you study a lot of like top tier games, you'll notice like movement is usually based off of what does the team see.
Yeah.
And you'll notice like a good ward means they're not playing safe. If they don't have that vision, somebody's afraid, like the whole team is going to be afraid.
Yeah. So they get an NP instead of Clockwork wasn't banned, but they go for the AA NP. That feels like not a weak support duo, but Elder Titan can just run at both of them, can he?
Yeah. Sort of, but not really. I actually really like Prophet against CT because he's one of the few heroes you can't just run at like right away because of the trees. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just really good synergy between those heroes. They go Beastmaster, a really solid dual lane, very good hero. Somewhat countered by Gyro, but they have so much for Gyro that I think it'll be a difficult. Any game Beastmaster like gets tempo going, it's always good. And when you're laning with an ET, you have a Viper on your team. I really like the hero.
No. DC, they've been doing it. I think they actually had this exact same duo for Moon and Bryle at GSC in the game they won.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like a Tide here from VGJ. I think Snake King is a big fan of that hero too. PL, okay. I like PL a lot as well, but that's probably more likely to be banned, to be fair. PL, really good matchup against Beastmaster and the supports. Very easy to juke stomp, hard for Bane to cast spells on you, but this is a matchup I saw earlier, and something a lot of people don't know is that the Viper versus PL matchup isn't as one-sided in PL's favor anymore, because if you're standing in the Viper Nether Toxin, your illusions and your hero no longer proc juxtapose. So if you're just like trying to kill a Viper who's standing still, you're not actually going to make any more illusions.
Yeah. Yeah, oh man, poor man shield PL versus what those Vipers and Invokers back then. That was just so. I mean, even people were doing Juggernaut. Yeah, that was definitely an interesting item. But, so Viper versus PL, like you said, So the Viper just needs to, you know, sustain, man fight the PL if PL ever just runs at him in that kind of, like, later laning phase. Can be rough.
Yeah, it was not possible to play the game previously, whereas now I really think the removal of Poor Man's Shield was a big thing, and I really think if we just equalize these denies a bit more, that the game will be a lot more open to different things. But a lot of the heroes, like let's use like support Lesh as an example. Like you notice all these supports, the one thing they have in common is a massive damage advantage over a lot of these heroes that just aren't picked anymore.
Yeah.
Like how do you play Lesh with 41 base damage or CM with like 34 when you're gonna be playing against a Bane with like a wind lace move speed advantage, 4 more armor and 20 damage.
Yeah.
Like you're essentially saying I'll be level 2 and hopefully my hero's good enough to catch up.
And usually you don't want to hope. Hope's good though. So what do you, VGJ, they're looking for their, looks like Snake King hero still. Are you still a fan of Tide?
I think you picked Tide here. They banned Terrorblade. I like the ban. I just think you lose the game at a point against a TB in this sort of game.
Yeah.
And I think they need a team fight right now. They need a big blob of something that walks in and hopefully has some kind of AoE stun.
So
and
so Underlord or Tide is what you kind of.
Yeah, I would say so. Not the. I mean, I'm fine with Underlord. Underlord is some sauce. You just do so much magic damage. Yeah. You just don't know if you have enough like stuns. You already have one hero with global potential, a peel that can itemize for bots. Like, I really think you need team fight more than anything else.
Okay. Let's see. Clockwork.
Oh. I don't know. If that's okay, that might be an offlane profit. So I'm okay with this if they play the game with a high enough tempo. So now they're gonna need like this drums gyro into BKB. Yeah. The NP is gonna just probably rush like some sort of Shadowblade or Orchid. The PL will go to Fusel, and if they can play fast enough and take towers before DC's lineup gets online, I like it. But otherwise, if the game's even at like 15-20 minutes, they're really susceptible to just getting run over, especially considering DC as last pick.
When do Viper Beastmaster come online? Is that like the Phase Boots Book 3 Beastmaster? Would you say that's online, or? Well, wait. PA. This is a little bit different of a PA game. All right.
Huh. It's gonna be an offlane clock. Looks like. Interesting. I feel like both drafts leave a little to be desired. I think the last picks for both were a little underwhelming for me. No. I just don't know if they really saw like this. I don't see the synergy between like PA and Beastmaster when it comes to like sieging a base. And I really like Beastmaster when you have one other hero that like does raw damage to objectives, like Terrorblade as a primary example. But it can work. I'm just like, doesn't PA just get like run over here by just damage? Like,
I guess if you get a free lane like Arteezy, you're not too worried about Nature's Prophet, but
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of PA, like you said. It just feels. I mean, she has one of the lowest base HP in the game. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But here we go. So do you go Battle Fear on PA, right, versus PL, or do you have to out tempo and go something like a Deso or even Vlad?
I think you need like this Battle Fury BKB timing, and if you can get to that, like a Battle Fury Deso maybe into BKB, you're gonna be fine. But I feel like DC's lineup can't, like, they need every core to have a game. They don't have any, like, if the Beastmaster gets shut down, which is what I would focus on if I were VGJ.Storm, they don't have any hero that'll provide tempo.
Yeah.
So I think dumpstering this Beastmaster ET lane is probably the way to go, but we'll see. I personally prefer putting a blob against that lane, like a Tide or a Timber, give it a bit of help, and then just ditch him. Because I've seen Beastmaster lanes just run rampant against teams that try to tri-lane against them.
Yeah, well, he does.
EG loves to do that.
Yeah, they've been doing that against, not even just NA, against the international opponents. And here also, well, we're starting it right up. VGJ.Storm versus DC. Would you say these are two of the more evenly matched up teams, though, in like this echelon of NA? I feel these two are very similar.
Yeah. To an extent. Sorry, but is my mic having any issues? Because I don't know if people are fucking with me or not.
It's a little, like, crack. Not, like, overall, but, like, when you enunciate, like, stuff, it sounds like that, but...
That's so weird. I don't know what to what to
I mean,
do.
you sound fine like right now. I don't know. I don't think it's that big.
I'm just gonna stop moving. Okay, I'm gonna hold my breath.
All right. That's great. Don't do that though. I actually did that one time when I was in. I was in band camp in 9th grade, and I just held my breath. They're like, "Who can do it the longest?" The school asked that, and I just held and I just passed out. I'm a competitor. I'm not gonna lose. Tell me to stop breathing. I'll stop breathing right then. Pretty sure I could sue nowadays, but who knows? So.
Who knows?
Have you ever done something so stupid and you just look back at it, something like that?
Oh, way too many times. I don't want to get into that.
Alright, and we won't. 'Cause we're about to get into this game, and it's going to be seems to be Nature's Prophet Clockwork off lane, depending on if MSS wants to stay up here, versus a solo PA, so looks like DC is running that tri-lane bottom with Brile. Interesting. Gonna be Moon. Do you like this Beastmaster middle against PL?
I think it's a good matchup, but I mean, I guess they don't really have anyone else that can do it. I've seen Vipers get wrecked by PL. In fact, I think that happened to them at LAN in Indonesia. So I feel like that's part of the reason. I think it can go either way, but I don't mind it.
Goes Juan first. He's ready for the lance spam. Meanwhile, top, we're just going to see a TP. Aoi, he scouts out bottom, does a little harass, and he just goes straight top. So it's going to be an ETPA. Both these heroes do enjoy just right-clicking. Maybe not PA at level 1. Now, Aoi just getting harassed down. That Blightstone on Aoi, and he's getting body blocked by MSS, but unfortunately misses one body block, and he will survive. Bottom lane?
I think DC like loses all their lanes here. I'm sure bottom's gonna be fine, but there's a Viper in the off lane. I don't know. I think this top lane is key. Like, your PA needs to have a game, and it just looks like he might get dumpstered up here.
Can you win all 3 lanes and still, like, win a game? I know you could a while ago, like, with Medusa and stuff, but is it possible now the teams have kind of figured this patch out? Or do you have to win a lane?
I think you have to win a lane nowadays. It really depends on what you mean by win. The problem is, if you get dumpstered in a lane, there's, like, no coming back for that hero.
Middle lane, both are doing fine. No one's really missing creeps. 9-2, 7-1. As you said, top lane, the PA 3-0. Feeling a little bit rough. But MSS stopping Aoi. Vice versa. Into bottom, Stan King Brile. And it's a Viper, so this is the one lane you think they might win. You'd have a Viper. And a lot of teams are just playing Viper in the sacrificial role. I haven't seen a very farmed Viper in a while.
It's just not the style anymore. Usually you're just a distraction of sorts. Like, you just want to exist, right? And just kind of not
soak
die.
Damage. Yeah, soak damage, and then you do a ton. That's just how Viper is built. And that's why he's such a pub stompy hero. He does everything in one. SVG does get the pull off, which will help him in his lane. Viper and Bane to try to steal these last hits. Man, stealing a big creep from someone else's pull, that's a great feeling.
Thing is, what's interesting is it's way more important just to prevent them denying their own creeps. That's what's so weird about Dota right now. Because the last hit shares XP equally on that big creep, but if they deny their own creeps, it's like not getting the XP at all. And it starts to add up really quick.
And now we're finally seeing, we didn't see it the other game, but Enfeebled from Stan King. Tomato just can't last hit in this lane at all. Feels bad. Rocket's gonna fly out now, though. We'll see. They're gonna go. They're gonna try to bring down this Viper. Is only level 3, but only has level 1 corrosive skin. Looks like they will be able to bring him down. Tomato scoops it up. They just ran. They saw Enfeeble was gonna wear off. Just run at him.
Viper in the off lane is not pleasant, gotta say. It's a lot more fun in the safe lane because if you get chased, there's just less space for them to chase you down. And Gyro AA just love being able to get all this distance to chase someone down.
Yeah. Damn. Moonmander, keeping it very even, actually 2 CS up on this PL. So is Battle Fury still the build on that hero, or are you like a Treads Diffusal guy?
I think it's
in this
game dependent. If you're free farming, you can get the Battle Fury, but in this game, I think you need a Diffusal. Good timing on it, because they have nothing to deal with you if you get a Diffusal quickly.
Well, Snake King versus Ritsu. Pretty much a 1v1 lane now, and It's 2014 versus 11-1. That is a lot of deny. Obviously, a lot of those are probably cogs too. I wish they just removed the cogs denies from that last hits denies. Especially with how you talk about how important denies are. Who knows how much experience he actually got.
Yep.
So, pretty slow phase. VGJ.Storm 1,000 up already at 4 minutes in though.
Hey, we'll see. The game really needs some more time to develop. You have a tri-lane now down bottom.
Ooh,
Both
top
supports
lane.
coming to join the Viper.
Well, there's the escape we didn't talk about. Blink strike away. Will he make it? Oh, Ritsu. That was a pretty nice
Quarter of a
play.
second.
Blink strikes away, but now back in base. Or no, he's back in
Like
the shrine.
he went to Shrine. I really like that. It's something not many players do, is being aware of when you should go Shrine, when you should go base, but that saves him about 30 seconds. Bottom lane, Fury and TPing in.
Try to bring him down. Tomato has the chilly fingers up. They'll bring down SVG pretty quickly, but your Viper goes down, and now you can continue fighting this if you want. Owie doesn't have his spirit up for about 6 seconds. He's just gonna get right click down. And this is with Enfeeble on the gyro. That rocket barrage is doing all he needs.
Yep, Aoi dies there because he's got to have a Tango or Quelling Blade at this point in the game. You always need to have that against a Furion. That's part of what makes the support Furion so valuable, is that you force that, much like a Bounty or Riki requires detection. You got to have a tree.
Uh-oh, Moon Meander. He's going to get roared. We're going to see a TP in. It's already been a Mango. Can Stan King get off the damage? He doesn't have anything. It's a 0 mana Bane TPing in.
Oof, that feels so bad. Both supports wasting TPs in the same like 30-second window. Feels real bad. They can no longer rotate.
Yep.
It's already a 2k advantage. VGJ feeling really good. Medallion soon to be finished on NP.
That's a ton of damage. So what do you want to see DC do then? Like, do they just get the Viper out of the off lane, or?
You gotta stop playing around Viper. You want to play around the other heroes.
And well, the Viper is gonna go down again pretty damn easily. I don't know. I love Chili Finger is just the best skill in tri-lanes or these situations.
Yep.
I can't
believe people put 1 point in the past. It's just so good. You max that spell almost every time. At least 3 points, I want to say. It's just so good. And every extra point, now that it no longer slows your own attack slow, it's always value.
Yeah. And you can still tell. A lot of people don't know. You can right-click it off your status bar if you don't want. There's no reason not to want it now. You can't do anymore?
No, you can't anymore because, but there's no negative effects as well.
I love that when people didn't know about that, and when it did have the negative, I don't know. You just don't think about it. So top, the only lane we haven't seen too much action. It still seems to be Ritsu's catching up a little, only about 15 CS down, but still playing from behind as a PA until you get even your Aquila. Well, we're about to watch Stan King just die here. Gonna sleep himself, wake up, but instead Tomato just gets the kill, so even better for VGJ.Storm. And this has turned into a little one-sided. I mean, it's early.
It's because they're playing around Viper. You can't play around Viper here. You need to get your PA a game, and you want to play around your Beastmaster, right? Like, he has Roar, a DD active, like, just show up in his lane, but this is the downside of Beast mid, is that it's a lot harder to rotate to him, and he's kind of the one that has to move, but he doesn't really want to move in this game.
Yeah. This PL with the Aquila, you're just going to lose your tower if you leave the lane. Bane can't go there to so good experience. Feels bad. This Viper, level 5, Beastmaster, I mean, doing good, obviously. Phase Boots has the wand, going for that book. Level 7, almost 8. But here we go, Roar's going to come out. Clockwork, he's going to get right-click down, has the double damage, but Snaking, get a trap min. In comes MSS. The Treants are going to try to surround. Here comes Owie, the stomp. Will hit onto the Nature's Prophet. They bring down Snaking. Now they're going to right-click MSS. Nice rotation there from Owie.
That's one of those scenarios you got to just ditch. Like, you don't want to TP in there. Let Snaking die. Snaking also choosing to buy Ring of Health, even though he already has Bottle. Looks like he's going to be going for a Vanguard. Strongly disagree with this purchase. I think he should have some sort of early game battling item. I don't mind drums. I don't mind an early buckler. Even just the plate mail piece. Like, there's so much physical damage on the enemy side.
What about just like even an urn, right?
Yeah, sure. I forgot about urn. Yeah, buy an urn this game. At least the Vit booster first over the Ring of Health, I think. You have plenty of health regen just to stick in a bottle.
Well, he does now have that Ring of Health, like you said. Doesn't do too much in the lane unless they try to harass. And DC, they changed it from a 4K to a 2K lead now. Daggers flying. Man, Elder Titan Aura plus PA late game, though. I never write that off. Sorry, go on.
I just remembered, like, you're talking about Bryle being hyped up. He's playing off-lane Viper this game.
Have they given up on him? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I mean, but, like, isn't it hard to, like, know, like, how do you know a kid's a star if you're giving him Viper in the off-lane, right?
That's the big thing. People were right. They gave him Viper, I think, twice at GSC, and they were a fan. Yeah, I mean, you have to play with what you've... I don't know. I actually have no excuse for it. I don't know. They just
I think
Viper.
it's partly because, and this goes back to the whole conversation about, you know, EG moving Fear to core, moving on from Universe, OG, bringing in fucking Matt instead of Rezo. It is really nice when you have a core that can be sacrificed, and I don't think Moon or Ritsu are really the types to play the
sacrificial role.
the guy that the Matumba man role.
Yeah, it's rough. Well, yeah, there goes Owie, by the way. He's just getting frozen up, and Snake King tries to steal it. That's the thing, yeah. The cores you have to. Not everyone can get farm. Bryle, he's just not used to playing it. That's one of those things, you never know, time could solve it, but they're going to try to push out bottom, middle, getting pushed in as well. It looks like this middle tower is going to fall pretty damn quick, and Nature's Prophet's going to manually TB bottom, but middle lane, they're going in for the fight. Snake King is going to get poison plus stomped, goes down. Stan King trying to stop Yawar. If they could pick him up as well, it'd be good, but they won't find him.
MSS down bottom just... Is he dying?
Oh, he's body blocking.
Oh, good plays.
Oh, but a nice Quelling Blade by Ritsu. It was actually a tango, and oh, he already thought he TP'd out, and not quite
That was a good play by MSS, though. I thought he was dead for sure. He shouldn't be here, so in that sense, it's kind of poor play, but he lives. I really think VGJ could do better by just playing more split. Like, the PL mid can pressure, and he can't die. Like, he's not going to get stomped, he's not going to get roared. I'd rather the Fury, yeah, there's where we go. Come up top, play with the gyro, get the tower secure, kill the Bane, there you go.
There you go, Treads gyro. I'm so glad we're seeing Treads gyro instead of Phase Boots gyro.
Same, man. Treads are so good. Phase Boots is the most overrated item in Dota right now.
I think they're decent on some, but I mean, these major cores just, I don't know, it's insane. Well, middle lane, Moonmeander gets frozen up under the tower. Yawar's here, good dodge, and they will get the kill. So Yawar right now, he's 3-0-0, 85 CS, 1,000 top net worth over Moon. Hook shot's gonna miss.
I like his skill build too, 2-2-4. The max Phantom Rush build is my favorite. It also allows you to farm faster, significantly.
And he is going, he's gonna actually have it. He has Diffusal Blade up when Chicken's back in town, so that is gonna be extremely scary.
I like this ward as well, they've already placed. They have another one up top, but it's just nice you allow the gyro to just farm this area of the map. And then once this PL picks up Diffusal, he can move there, and then you just start playing around the PL in the off lane. Vanguard finished on Snake King. Like I said, it's an okay item, but what if he just gets ignored? That's my concern. The Crimson Guard timing is nice, but I would have liked to see him pick up like a Drums or an Urn, as you said. They have a Drum soon to be finished, but I like when Clock has items that allow him to be more offensive versus just pure defense, because then you just ignore him.
They smoke past these wards. Radiant scans. Oh, Radiant had the right idea, but they scanned 5 seconds too early. But it still doesn't look like DC's going to find anyone. No one's behind this tier 1 tower top yet. They're just farming these ancient stacks. You're a good warder, Kyle, I would say. Do you think people underrate lane wards at all? I still don't see lane wards that often in game. I don't know if I overrate.
I think the best wards are the ones that see lane plus bonus. Like this ward right here, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
I'm
I can
pinging.
see it. Yeah.
This one and this one are like the best because you see shrine and a bit of the lane.
Yeah.
I really like the one over here, and then I also really like a ward like here and here for the same reasons because you see entrances into the jungle and lanes.
Yeah.
They're super strong.
The thing about this game with the Nature's Prophet, you're gonna see that chicken flying quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of DC's vision right now. I think that they would like these 3 wards accomplish next to nothing. I feel.
Yeah, tier 1's already down, so that bottom one feels weak, and then top.
Like if you look at what the wards are securing, like this is their map now, right? but there's nothing they can do. I'd much rather deep wards in the enemy Radiant jungle, and then they're free to either mirror the map or smoke around behind an inevitable push top from Radiant.
Well, smoke ain't coming from the Radiant side. They're gonna find at least Stand King. Rocket's gonna fly, spots him out. Is he gonna hook? Sure is. Battery Assault, gonna trap him in, and Tomato gonna take the kill with Flak. Doesn't look like it. SVG will get it. It's just a support tank and a gank down there.
Game's still relatively close though. The thing about Gyro is that he's a hero that is really wanting to snowball, and he's not really as ahead as you would think based on how the lanes went. But that is what happens when you lane against a Viper.
Just even when you're winning the lane, it's just a Viper there, and he's always gonna be there. So Ritsu going for the Battle Fury. Do you just have to farm around here top? 'Cause that's the problem. They don't have those kind of wards in their own jungle to see it, so he has to back out after every wave.
I think a ward right here would have been excellent. You know, even this ward as well never gets countered. This is nice too.
I love warding.
But,
so
yeah, now he just knows he's scared, but they can just farm the map if they want. And once they invade the jungle, like they're gonna do, they do have a PL defusal, so it's a nice timing. They have absolutely no vision to play around, and they're forced to the other side of the map away from their wards.
Did you read the Sanshang post about VP's warding?
Of course, I read the Sanshang post.
Were you a fan of it? Did you actually learn anything, or is it? Well, how do you feel about it?
I mean, it was a very good analysis,
yeah.
But I mean, I think pretty much every team in Dota is utilizing some of the same spots. Yeah. It's just the way VP plays around their vision, I think, more so than where their actual vision is. They place wards in very high efficiency areas. They secure Roche and tier 2s, sometimes before the tier 1 even falls, but that's something you'll see Liquid and Secret and a lot of Chinese teams do as well. It is the sort of analysis that I wish we had more of in Dota, though. Yeah. Like, I love posts that you can tell a lot of work went into them, and they explain and enunciate on topics that are really rarely touched on in a way that the public can understand.
So I guess all we need is some more hatred. Someone else has to make a cocky post, and we'll see. Well, uh-oh, hookshot's coming in. Bane, I believe you're just dead, my friend.
Yeah.
Tanks.
I don't like that both cores are now bottom on VGJ.Storm. I would really like to see the PL just farm out the dire area of the map and then TP in later. But it's working. They're winning the game, but they're in a position now where they have to 5-man.
Yeah.
Because they've brought everyone to this area of the map now, and I think PL can still just play separate.
Like you said, they're just gonna push and bomb. Tomato gets it, clears out the creep wave, has a full Yasha ready when the chicken's back. Man, feels weird. I remember you could almost watch games and chickens would never be in use. You almost never see a chicken not in use nowadays. I don't know. It doesn't really mean anything, but.
It's really just the GMOs, I think. Like, with the rise in GMOs, like, it's just so much easier and affordable to have a chicken.
Yeah, it is. That's why you see so many people.
Oh, smoke bot.
Yep, here we go. They're gonna, well, there it is. The roar as well as the grip on a Tomato. He's gonna go down. They have the Crimson Guard. They're tanky, but PL just gets slapped. Someone needs to wake him up. They finally do. Stand King looking to go down. Possibly they do. Hookshot goes in on Brile as well as Moon. Moon just getting right-clicked by this enfeebled PL. He has Lance. He's gonna toss it out, but they don't have enough damage right now.
It's a really weird fight.
Well, MSS will get away. And I don't know. I actually think Enfeeble just did an insane amount of work that fight. And they got like 2 full ultis off on Tomato. He just died.
I'm surprised Tomato, like, first off, Tomato died without a drum charge usage or a wand.
Yeah.
And he, like, didn't get help. Like, they just walked up and roared him. There's no initiation tool. Like, how did that happen? It was like they weren't ready. I think Clock has to be standing further forwards. Break that smoke, right?
Yeah. And break the grip, right? That was a 5-second grip the whole time. They committed 2 big ultis and just enfeebled the PL.
You could see, though, as well, there was a lot of nether toxin in that fight. And for a while, I think at least 6 or 7 seconds, the PL was not making illusions. I think if he had, like, a good horde, like, he would have been fine. They can take that fight. But when it's just a PL in that defusal, it's a lot weaker than when you have a bunch of amigos.
Yeah. Man.
Also, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of the MSS or snaking item builds this game. I just feel like they needed more build up before they went for these big items, the Solar Crest, the Crimson Guard. They don't, no one's HP is really large enough for this increase in armor and damage reduction to matter as much because there's so much like just spell usage still available for the dire side.
MSS just tries split pushing by himself. Now Tomato's gonna come in hook shots there as well. Gyro just right-clicking down the Necronomicon units. He kills the melee one, takes a ton of damage, but doesn't matter.
It's worth. They have a shrine. It's all good.
So what's
this Beastmaster is very strong right now, though. Definitely the key hero for DC to continue to play around. Bryle going for a hood into a Force Staff, so he is really not going to be accelerating much this game. They're really focusing on this, on Ritsu and Moon to carry them home.
Bryle's just he's gonna be there to soak damage, and Ritsu is getting very close to that Battle Fury though. If you had to give a percentage number, how quickly does getting Battle Fury and PA accelerate your farm? Just toss a number.
I'd say at least doubles your speed.
That's pretty good. I feel PA's, I don't know. PA's talents feel really weak. I was just gonna say 10, 15 talents. I mean, bad hero, but the 10, 15 talents, like, they're just not good. Any of them.
Yeah. You compare, like, he has a 15 damage talent, level 15. Razor gets 15 agility. Yeah. You know?
Damage, armor, that's nuts.
Like 150 health is worth, like, when I think about talents, I translate them to how valuable is this talent as far as gold efficiency and slot efficiency. Yeah. Okay. So 15 agility, 1450 gold, pretty much. But there's no slot necessary. It's the same reason damage talents are so broken and why Medusa Gyro are so strong, because they get these free damage talents at level 10. 25 damage on Gyro is insane. Also this fight.
Oh, middle lane, yeah, they're going on this clockwork. Gets off the Crimson Guard, though. Look at how tanky he is, even with nothing. Tomato just right-clicking down. PL comes in a little late, but
doesn't matter.
They just, I was gonna right-click. Man, Crimson.
The PA isn't in the game yet either.
Yeah. Even with, you can't just fight with Battle Fury. That's the thing. Like, it's an expensive item, but it doesn't do anything in team fights. You have to wait, and he's going BKB next, so he knows once he gets that BKB, he's gonna be ready to fight. But we'll see if they have any towers remaining. I don't know yet. Even his level 20 talents. God, PA just has garbage.
Yeah, they're just bad.
I was like, 10, I mean, +1 Stifling Dagger. If you play Overthrow, Kyle, that is a game-changing talent. But this ain't Overthrow. There's creeps in the game.
No, it isn't.
There's creeps.
Yeah, this is real Dota. This is real life.
This is real. Yeah,
I mean, the streets.
You don't get that. PA. I mean, if this was real life, I don't think we'd be having a Bane Elemental. But we'll see. It's a scary guy talking about nightmares.
Oof.
Here we go. They're smoked up, but no one's there. Looks like they're gonna do a full wraparound, and Book 3 not up for 15 seconds. So maybe it's good they haven't found anyone right away.
It's just a little obvious, I think. No one's showing top. Look where that wave is. No one's showing on the wave bottom. There, PA is going to go now. But whenever a Viper is just showing alone in a really poor position, you're thinking to yourself, is he alone? Really? Really?
Well, they're pinging bottom tower. Looks like it'll be pretty free. That tower has no life on it. If Ritsu can get this, it's a nice chunk of gold. We'll scoop it up. Feels like Yawar has Shadow Blade. Is that just Silver Edge for the PA? Or is it just good for the movement in general? Looks like he's just getting it without the Silver Edge.
I like the PL item build. He was gonna go straight Shadow Blade, but got a Yasha first to accelerate into Shadow Blade, which is a sick item in this game. You have 4 heroes you can break as well. Plus, he's so far ahead, you really want to be able to be this hero that provides vision for your team, because every hero on your team is going to utilize it.
Yeah. Vision. One of the best things in Dota.
Yep. He can just run in Shadow Blade with a Linken's. Like, how is he going to die before doppling? They're going to run right into Roche. They got a Solar Crest. Shadow Blade as well on MSS. S and Y finished on Gyro. I would have liked to see him go BKB before Sanj, but it's okay.
I think that's a greediness in Tomato. Always been like that. And
I think Sanj and Yasha is the most overrated item in Dota 2. People purchase it a sickeningly high amount of games.
And Howie, luckily has that Force Staff, but he's just going to get ulted instead. He's going to try to get right-click down. MSS won't get it because Snaking will.
Yep. No, the way I see it, you're gonna have PL with Aegis. If the Gyro has a BKB, that effectively acts as his own Aegis, and then you have 2 cores that don't really die that can just kind of create havoc in the ranks of DC. But oh, look at the positioning from Yawar. He might find Viper here.
Oh, he does. That
You can
daytime.
Phantom Rush while invis. It's so broken.
That is a lot of agility in that first hit too. Well, there's the break, like you said. Oh, 4-step comes, but now he doesn't have it for this tree trap. There's going to be a kill bottom on Stan King, but we're going to watch Viper die now, go to this other fight. SVG finally dies, Snake King. Oh, that crit. Even with the Crimson Guard. We'll bring it down. Now, it's a strange... They get the big pick up on Bryle, and then they lose your off-lane Clockwork, who's pretty farmed, and your AA.
Whoops.
Oh, you're good. Light of Heaven does it every game on purpose, so...
Yeah, he should have gone. He should have. I was seeing if the PL should have gone top shrine. He should have.
No, just valued it. Yeah, all the creeps
It's
are
okay.
up.
That's why he, not everybody can be Sumail, even his brother.
Oh man, how do you think
like
Sumail's doing in the off lane? Sorry, you can say what you were.
Pretty good. I mean, he's pretty much just playing mid, but
Yeah.
in the off lane. So, I think it suits him better. I mean, the reasons he switched make sense to me at least.
Yeah.
It's not like he was gonna play DK Viper, right? That's like that's for the older generation,
Yeah.
you know.
Poor Bryle.
Sumail wants to play heroes that buy Radiance and Dagon.
Oh. You want to? I mean, that's the thing, right? People actually joke about that with Bryle, like, oh, he should show off his skill, but like you said, with Viper DK, you can't really do that. Can't quote unquote swag. BKB, gonna be up on Gyro here in about 50 gold. See if they want to group up after that.
I think that's their timing.
Yeah, you have the Aegis too, plus the BKB.
Yep, and I also really like what Yawar chose to do. He's gonna go for a heart instead of Lincoln's, and he realizes at this point, like, he just doesn't die with a heart. And if they try to kill PL and fail, that's pretty much the end of the game. Whereas Lincoln's, you still might die. You know, it makes you harder to kill, but that's only until you're CC'd. And heart, I think, makes a lot more sense.
And here we go. They're going in near that top shrine. A-Blast gonna fly though, gonna nullify that if they can. Viper taking him a ton of damage. Oh my goodness, Snake King just goes down. Tomato, like you said, his BKB. Oh no, they can't really fight. Yawar gets the kill on Stanky in the back, but see ya later. He BKBs off the rocket. Now they're just gonna clear it out.
Wow.
That's
No,
rough.
he BKB'd the dagger.
The dagger.
What a player, Tomato. Yeah, I forgot that it does not pierce spell immunity. The Phantom Strike does, but the dagger, even though it's physical damage, does not pierce BKB.
Meanwhile, Yawar's just
Bottom
going
lane.
ham bottom. Yeah, don't worry. My cam works on point, Kyle. With you talking, I focus on the Grand observing. It's been
Perfect.
great.
Perfect.
Yeah, but that... Could they have actually won that fight if he didn't have it in his backpack and he used it immediately, or was it...
I mean, I don't know if
didn't.
it's a loss. They got a tower and a hero kill down bottom. It could have been better. He would have certainly been able to keep fighting, but the grip did full damage and the ET ult did full damage. ET ult, of course, being half physical, half magical. BKB piercing damage, although the magic damage does not pierce the BKB, of course.
So just the 50% physical.
Exactly.
And then 50% of whatever that physical is. There's a lot of math involved, but that's
It's
good
math.
to know,
It's
actually.
math.
I never thought. I mean, that makes sense that if it's 50-50, it doesn't do through the BKB, but the physical does. Thanks, Kyle. Even I'm learning.
No problem.
So, MSS now has the Silver Edge. It's nice, too. PL can just leave it at a Shadow Blade till he really needs it, and they're up 6K. It's 19-11. It's a reasonably slow-paced game. We haven't really seen DC take the initiative. Feels like Moonmeander's had a few good solo ganks, but their team ganks haven't really come together.
Real quick, there's no nickname for the role that, you put the old person on, but why don't we just start calling it the designated hitter, right? That's what it is, in truth. That's what this DK Viper role is. You're too old to play the field, you just come up to bat, right?
That's true. That was a really nice play by Stan King, actually.
Yeah.
He just tanked the hook on that. That would have gone through, canceled the BKB on PA. That's actually, you're right. And designated hitters, hey, they're also all-stars. Mark McGuire in his late stages before all the drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Before, of course. But, well, here you go. Like you said, in comes the push. Aegis is down, but there's a heart on the PL. So, that's pretty scary. He's about to get his level 20 talent, too. Doppelgangs. Just throws the illusions. Oh, my. Look at Owie. Just gone. Have to go back. And they're going to bring down this tower pretty easily. Looks like they are going to back out, though.
I want them to keep going, though. I really think you keep going here. There was no BKB. Look how low. The Viper has a pipe.
Yeah.
And he's going BKB next.
That's full. You don't like the 100% defensive? You think he needs something else?
I mean, pipe reduces the damage you take from magical damage, whereas BKB makes you immune to said magical damage. It seems counterproductive.
Yeah, dead money, right? I mean,
dead money.
I think there's a better fry. I like it. Well, here we go. This could be the smoke DC's looking for. Or maybe it couldn't be. I don't know. Snake King, very tanky. It's tough to go on him. Even just bought a point booster. And Stan Kings are... Oh, they have vision of him, though. That ward on the hill. We'll see Stan King. And now they know there's vision because he just got hit by Nature's Prophet ult. And you are going in on Ritsu.
Perfect. That's exactly who they want to initiate the fight.
And there's the BKB gets popped. Yep. Throws in the dagger, and DC just has to run. There's going to be a hook shot on the backside. We're going to get a grip, though. Clockwork still holding in Moon Meander. The grip's going to be full. Tomato doing a ton of damage with the flag cannon. Stan King will go down, and if DC can get out of here with no one else dying, I'm sure they consider it a win. It looks like they might.
But that was their smoke, bear in mind. I mean, that was what they were banking on. The Shrine died already, and now they're just going to chase down Moon. A rocket on him. No roar. He does have roar, I lied. Hey,
but it won't matter. Hey, he goes down, and here we go. Ulti flies. MSS to right click. The Silver Edge gets the kill. And this is looking to be a little bit rough. AA does die in the mid lane, though. But it's an AA compared to the farmed Beastmaster.
Yep. The Silver Edge, soon to be picked up on PL as well. I really like that choice. Even if you BKB, if he hits the PA pre-BKB, he will still be broken even after BKBing. Thus, he will immediately die.
Actually, legitimately immediately, right? 1900 life with agility treads.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
You suddenly, instead of taking half damage, are taking full damage because every attack's going to hit you. So if there's even a little bit of illusions, like he's just going to get crushed. And now it's a real easy game for VGJ. You relax. You recognize, look, this Viper has no ability to scale back into this game. It's literally PA versus the world. Buy some armor, get next Roche, kill the shrines, win the game. MKB soon to be finished on Tomato as well. And then who cares, PA? You just hit him in the face.
Oh, soon to be finished. It is finished now. Well, chicken, I swear, this chicken just always moving. Are you one of those guys who cares if your animals do drugs before you eat them? Or do you just not care?
Wait, say that again?
Like GMOs. Are you fine if, like, your chickens are fed, like, weird hormone stuff before you eat the chicken breasts?
Honestly, I'm not sure our food production could supply the global population were it not for growth hormones. I mean, I'm completely uninformed, but I'm gonna say that, you know, drugs have always been good to me, so I feel like they'd be good for my food too. I'm talking about Benadryl, you know, Claritin, allergy meds.
Ibuprofen, yeah, of course. You got a headache, you got to pop one.
Beautiful. I mean, yeah. What if I don't want my chickens to have headaches? You know.
That's true. Some of these chicken wings you get, though, they definitely were not made by real chickens. You get like a drumstick that's like literally 1 inch big. You're like, what is this? I don't think a chicken actually made this, unless it's one of those Kobe chickens you stuff in a box. I don't think those exist.
Probably not.
Kobe chicken, that'd be good though. That'd be sad. Oh, so your VGJ.Storm, you're 10k up now. Roche just spawned. I assume they might do something with that, but DC's running down mid lane with 5 heroes.
I think you hit him, right? You just there you go. The break. Look at the damage.
Try to bring him down. BKB gets popped. Roar on the backside, pardon me, they get a grip as well, and that's going to be a very quick kill on Snake King. A little bit by himself there, and SVG now just runs forward. Moonmander's just going to right-click him down. Easy kills. Tomato going to try to do a ton of damage here with that MKB, but only Stan King's going to get found, as well as the Necronomicon units. Necronomicon, and now Owie pops his drums, tries to help Bryle out. Double 4-step, but he's still just getting run down. The stomp will end up hitting, but doesn't matter, gets woken up. The break comes, Ritsu dies, and
Rocket.
We're just seeing Rocket changes targets. One of those buffs that goes unnoticed, and, well, they just lost the first 2 heroes in that team fight, and they didn't seem to care.
Nope. I mean, it's the supports. The clock wants to die. Look at his items. He's got a Crimson Guard and a Force Staff. By all means, grip me, he's saying.
Wow.
MSS lived with 40 HP on his TP out right in front of Bryle because Bryle, unfortunately, doesn't do any damage.
And Now look at this. They're going to go for 2 Raxes here. Probably 2 melee. That's going to be good enough. We'll see. Don't go over the range. There we go. Our VGJ listens.
There you go.
Oh. There. Both melees go down. SVG going to throw out some spells, but I think he might just die. He does. A-Blast flies in. Steals the kill. And they're just going for the next melee barracks. Might be defended enough with that Enfeeble. We'll see.
I just love Heart PL. It's so strong here. He's going Nullifier next item. Very good choice.
And now we do see some buybacks. Ritsu.
Yep. Rosh up, back away.
So VGJ, they're just playing this correctly.
Yep. Hex soon to be finished on NP. That's going to be uncleansable. I really like their decision making because you can just sit on this high ground and take the fight here instead of like inside the enemy base. Or you just spend like the 5k gold every hero's accumulated. But now they have a Hex on Furion, so they feel really confident. Damn. And look at their positioning. Like they're on the high ground, they have good vision. And here comes PL.
Whoa, Snaking hooks in actually. Well, he's gonna get crypt again. A-Blast gonna flame. It's getting all 5 of them. The nice stomp from Owie gonna do a ton of damage, but Tomato just right-clicking. Can he win this? Does Ritsu have any crits? He finally gets one off. And MSS, well, that's the problem. You don't have your PL with you this time, but look at that. Nature's Prophet ulti finishes SVG.
I'm not a fan of the buyback there, nor am I a fan of the hook shot onto the boar. I think you just calm down and let the PL initiate the fight. Hook is a secondary, you know? But let the PL make space in the fight for you.
Oh. And he just hooked in a boar, instantly gripped, they brought him down, and then PL just, it felt, it wasn't really a fight, it was just a chaotic death for Radiant.
Think of it as like the running of the bulls, right? You don't want to just, say, hey guys, go, and like let the bulls out, because it's going to be a clusterfuck. You want to let a bunch of people with the red flags or whatever spread out, prepare themselves, aka PL illusions, and then you start the show, okay? You don't want to just rip the gate off, okay? That's what can happen. All of a sudden you force the fight, there's no getting out of it, it's rough.
Well, now you see, I mean, they're 13k down, but Moon Meander gets an Assault Kyros. A little bit more for the team fight, some nice armor, minus armor. And we just see MSS just split pushing. That's what you do is that support Furion. But now all his trains are going to die. Moon Meander's going to get more.
Ritsu is buying a heart. What?
You don't want that? What do you want from him?
I mean, I just don't know about heart against Silver Edge and AA. I'd rather just a basher, perhaps? A nullifier of his own? Like, I feel like you need to be able to kill things in the duration of your BKB. Even if you feel like you're dying, like, you need to be focusing on your offensive power, I feel. But, I mean, there is a window for them here. No buyback PL, so...
Do you want him to make a move with this, or should they just try to farm out all the lanes?
I think you just relax. If you're VGJ.Storm, you can only really lose the game at this point. Force an advantageous fight around Roche. Let your lanes and your Furion threaten the base, and then make a move.
Well, here we go.
And your DC, you want to make that not happen and force something sooner rather than later, before Furion can get topped like he will in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, look at this. Bottom and top right now. He's got treants everywhere, and yeah, look at this. DC's going to have to split up, like you said, because of this pressure. And he's going melee. We are going to have a fight. Grip's going to come out again. It's snaking. BKB popped by Bryle. Stanking TPing to stop this push. And will the treants be able to do enough damage? I'm going to find out here. Looks like they should get cleared up. Bryle and Ritsu. Yep. Doesn't quite get the melee barracks. Snaking's been gripped 4 fights in a row now. He's not having a fun time.
I like his item choice. He's like, hey, maybe I should buy an Aeon disc.
Hey, I can't die.
Yeah.
Aeon disc DP. I've seen that item. I don't know if it's underrated, right? It just feels people haven't found its use until about, what, a week or 2 ago? People are finally understanding.
It's because you can't pub with it, Grant. That's why. Because in a pub, you get it procced and then you're just dead anyway. Whereas in a match, you can play around it the same way you would a BKB, you know? Or a cleanse of sorts. Like, it allows you another, I don't want to say window, I don't know how to explain it, but it creates a new timing for enemies if they want to win a team fight against you.
Yeah, especially like we see it get a lot on Pandas, right? Usually, Initiate, Panda doesn't have ulti. He's always going to be able to get that ult off, or BKB, if he has both. Oh, here we go. They're going for Roche, and doesn't look like Radiant's going to defend this. And that's going to be Aegis on Ritsu, Cheese on Moon. And this Beastmaster does a ton of damage, and level 25 has the aura. Is he the only... Yeah, look at that. The 2 cores on Dire about to be the only 2 level 25s in the game. They just have to be so careful with Nature's Prophet, always split pushing them.
Yeah.
And he's gonna, Nature's Prophet's gonna finally have damage too. He's getting that nullifier for himself, gonna have in like 400 gold. You know. Boots, treads. Butterfly.
I love this. I don't even need to talk. No. Nullifier soon to be finished on MSS as well. Hurricane Pike on the Viper, still no damage, but he'll get there.
Bad, right? Tomato, like the PA we saw, right? PA just 1v1s Tomato. It's an easy fight. Now that he has that butterfly, you can't take that 1v1, right? Until you have Monkey King bar on the PA. Double damage picked up by Ritsu.
That's a big thing that they should try and force with it, but it's so difficult when they're, I don't know. They have the Aegis, so I mean, you gotta go. You gotta just go. And it's only a 10k lead at this point, so the game very far from over after that buyback being forced on the PL.
Yeah. Well, A-Blast. It's gonna scare him back. We're gonna see a roar on the backsides, but in goes Snaking for Stan King. And now, oh my goodness, he doppelgangs and dodges all the damage as well. So close, but Ritsu still has DD, and they can't make anything come out of it. Maybe they'll get this tier 2. But what could have been more a nice grip as well. PL so close to getting taken down.
I will say though, I mean, if you look, like, Beastmaster's talents are insane. He is giving a 85 attack speed aura now, plus the AC, plus the Vlads, and PA is still the hardest carry in this game. Like, Prophet's net worth is real deceiving, because that hero, he's always this farmed.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget, he has the 25 talents, so he's giving 125 attack speed. That thing is nasty. Yeah, we talk about juxtapositions. We have one in the game. I mean, you just have the Beastmaster talents compared to PA talents. You have one who just feels good every 5 levels you hit. You have something decent.
It's 15, 25, 35, 45. That already takes into account the plus 40 grant.
Does it?
Yeah.
So 100%. Why does it do it on some skills, but not on... You're right. I don't know.
You gotta ask.
Yeah, it was 45. I knew that. The frog, no,
you gotta
I'm
ask
good.
The frog.
I don't know, that just seems, you know... See, Kyle, I'm glad you called me on my BS there. You always need someone like that. Because 125, that would be a lot.
That'd be a lot.
That'd be 3 Hyperstones, plus a third of a Gloves of Haste for everyone.
That's a passive level 2 troll ult. It's really just a passive 1.5 troll ult. A passive level 2 troll ult at that.
On bottom, MSS being annoying. And that's the thing, right? It feels like DC maybe can take these team fights if VGJ gets out of position with a Snake King ulti, but you're just always on that back foot, never knowing if MSS...
I'm so upset with Snake King's item decision in this game. Look how much he's fallen off. He was owning this game from jump. He was like number 2 in net worth when it was like 4K, and since then he's just had very limited impact on the game, and I really blame his item decisions. I think Clock, most of all in this sort of game, wants to be a disruptive force. The Crimson Guard is nice as like a 3rd item, but I'd much rather him have like a Yules, a Force, a Drums, like a Halberd even in this game could be nuts.
But does just, like you said, Crimson Guard had it like, what, 16, 17 minutes? Now just a Force to have an a point boost. They're getting close to Aeon Disc, but Recipe is pretty costly.
Yep, it's because the item doesn't actually help your game. It only helps in team fights.
Oh, there we go. Level 25 PA with the MKB, so that gyro can't really just stand and fight anymore. So do you like DC? What do? Do they just keep pushing us 5 and trying to stop the split push and just hope
manage your lanes? Once the lanes are good, just look to fight things. Like they have a much easier time at taking engagements because all it really takes is a blink in from PA and a crit, and somebody's gonna die. VGJ really needs to be more coordinated. They need a Hex into damage from another player, whereas PA plus any stun is gonna kill somebody.
Yeah. Oh my.
Look at
God.
oh my goodness gracious.
How quick do they? I need them all be near the auras again. PA's at 0.58 without the Beastmaster or Necro units at all. That is scary.
The MKB is the big item as well, because now he will have uninterrupted damage so long as he's able to attack. And it's a scary position to be in, because if you don't kill the PA, he might just immediately kill whoever's trying to go after him.
Yep, including these core. I mean, PL has 3.4k HP, but this Gyro at 2.1, 2.3k? I mean, that's definitely an auto attack and a crit. And that hero's just dead.
I think if you're VGJ, I really think they can make a play for Megas, where you force them to this bottom area of the map, cast some spells, get away, and in the meantime, Prophet can just kill at least force Glyph, but I really think they should be looking to pressure a bit more with Aegis off the field, because if you give away Refresher Shard to Beastmaster, I think you just lost the game.
Yeah.
Or even the PA, but I think PA just takes Aegis, and then they walk down a lane.
Man, talking about the PL had a lot of items at what, the 30-minute mark, but the thing is, these are all the same items except those boots of travel now. There's just been, their cores haven't really grown at all while DC's continue to. What is Brow looking? Brow has some damage now, Kyle. Actually, decent shot. I mean, with all the auras,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, it's
actually
pretty significant now.
That's scary. It's just, I mean, it's an 8k lead, but you can just kind of feel like if MSS doesn't get the split push perfectly, they definitely fall. But here we go, hook shot in. They're gonna find Moonman. That's a great pickup. In comes the roar, but he has A on disc now. He's gonna get held there. Will they be able to bring down this Beastmaster before he gets away? Gets defused, will go down. Ulti from Elder Titans only gonna hit MSS in the back, and well, there you go. The initiation pays off this time from the Clockwork.
Moon's buying a Radiance. I don't know. I really like the Aeon disc on Clock. Like, that just saved him. Instead of immediately dying, he's just chilling, gets the AA ult off, lives, good stuff. I'd like to see AA get an Aeon disc too, but he's pretty far away. He's very poor.
It's a tough one. I mean, Spirit Vessel, drums, not bad for an AA. And do you try to force out this buyback from Beastmaster?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Play to win the game.
And here we go. They're going to push in middle. No Rax is there, but top lane getting pushed in as well by MSS.
Yeah, BKB on PA is on cooldown as well, and they don't have any stuns, Grant.
They have none.
With no Beastmaster. They can't actually start a fight.
Oh. Elder Titan has one, but I mean you're waiting on a 2-second cast time. Good luck. And there goes the bottom barracks. They're one Rax closer. Man, think if MSS went for that ranged Rex instead of the melee earlier. It's like, what if so? But there we go. They're just right-clicking. Doppelganger gonna get thrown, and they're just gonna send those illusions on the ranged Rex. We'll get cleared up.
They can play more aggressive here. Force the buyback, right? Like, I hate. You can play around Roche, but the way I see it, you can take a fight here and force a buyback, or be 4-on-5, or you can wait 2 minutes. Now you're fighting around Roche in a 5-on-5 with buyback available. Which would you prefer?
Do you think they're scared, like, of themselves? Like, oh, let's go in, but what if they don't know when to disengage? Is that, like, on the captain?
It's possible. I think it's just not being decisive. The word terminology I would use there is like essentially just aggressive poke. Yeah. And if Beastmaster buys back, you can retreat to this high ground in your ward. But the way I see it, you're gonna fight. You're gonna fight for Roche. And now it's like, is it a better engagement? And I would answer no. But if they feel differently, then, you know, maybe they just play at Roche. They sit on a high ground. They still have really good wards placed to secure the area. They're just gonna go straight in.
Hawk will
if they
spot
get Roche
out.
for free, it's worth.
Let's see. The Hawk did spot him out. Who's behind? Moonmander lagging a little bit behind here. He's actually trying to farm
got
some
bots in a
creeps,
second.
Waiting for the bots. Of course, he can TP onto many things, his own animal. You can TP onto the Elder Titan Spear, right? Or no?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
That's one of those things. That's why you love Dota. Stuff like that. Like, who's the first person to try TPing on an Elder Titan Spear? Well, they're about to fight middle. And Bryle, oh my goodness, half HP, A blast. Looks like, whoa, it's gonna hit. Hook shot will miss, but they instantly sheave up. Nice Nightmare. Ritsu is going to get the BKB up. Who's going to go for it? We're going to see a full grip on PL. Even with that Lincolns, they broke it, but a nice sprout by MSS doesn't matter. Elder Titan is doing an insane amount of damage, and now buybacks from Viper, PL, and Beastmaster. This Gyro, we almost forgot about him. Super farm. See you later, Ritsu. An instant buyback as well. Owie getting chased down. Snake King dies to poison, but Owie might go down here. Tomato gets crit by Ritsu, and you're fighting inside their base. Will he get him with the illusions? No damage because he has no mana. And well, let's check out the fight recap here, and not really a one fight for either team, to be fair.
Yeah. I really, I wish MSS had gone for a not a Hellflower, wow, a Bloodthorn instead of a Scythe here, because I think it's just a better combo when you have a PA in the game, where like the damage amp is just would have been nuts, and he has the Nullifier anyway to remove the BKB, but
yeah,
a boy can dream.
Dealing BKB next.
Yeah, because I want him to just kill the top racks more so than looking to engage, but he feels like he has to get involved because he has a Blink Hex. Huge A ult on the pit, but that holy shit, the Roach is dead.
Yep, and look at this. MSS is going for it right now, but oh, is he putting him on the melee racks again? All right, MSS making me a little upset now.
Oh, but look at mid.
We're gonna see killing up, snaking. It's gone. We're gonna see a blink strike out. That's Spirit Vessel. Did Satanic die when Spirit Vessel got like into the game? Well, Ritsu's still getting chased down by a rocket. Grant's dots halfway in a fight. There comes a lance. Looks like that'll be the end of that fight.
Refresher shard on Beast now. That's 2 BKBs, 2 roars.
I mean, even double out, right? The axe damage stacks up. He does a ton of damage. He's already been doing a ton of damage. Dire Courier does.
They've got to use this, though. They really need to get something done. You need a... it's just so hard playing against Prophet when there's 2 lanes of supers up already, but you need to get something going here and utilize this Aegis to make things happen. Buyback was forced on, I want to say, just PL, or did Gyro buyback too?
I don't believe, let me see, buyback status here. Gyro did buyback.
Wow. Yeah,
in that last fight, actually.
Yeah, you gotta go in this 5-minute window. You won't get a better chance.
Yep, you do have a buyback up on Nature's Prophet. Gonna have to watch out for shenanigans. Who do you designate to keep out top? Because it feels like as long as top's pushed out, you're gonna be in a pretty good spot.
I think you can go top 1 wave with like PA or Beast. Viper sits bottom, goes 2 waves, you TP mid and go for it, I think. You really just need 30 seconds of time to really be able to threaten a Rax. And 1 Rax equalizes the game.
I like what VGJ's doing here. They just keep A blasting and Clockwork rocketing 1 lane. Just instantly clears the creeps. Well, so where do you want to see Brow go? He's got these items. I mean, that gem. What does that gem turn into when he has gold? Do you need more damage on him, or is
I think
heart good? Not hard.
You're talking who are you talking
Viper.
about? ET?
For the Viper.
That's a hard one. I don't know what you buy here. I don't want a butterfly. They have AC, they have Vlads.
Just being like getting damage, like something like a Scotty, or no? Like, do you choose HP or damage? Is that the thing?
I wouldn't mind a Shadow Blade here because they don't have one, and detection becomes really difficult to carry in a game like this. And just finding that initiation so that Beastmaster can blink roar could just win the game. At this stage, it's all about initiation, and if any team can find a window where their core is attacking a stunned hero for 2 seconds, they're winning. They're killing that hero. And especially with no buybacks available on many heroes. The Shivas is what he's going to go for. I like that a lot as well. Just helps him survive. Another aura item that they don't have yet. It's definitely strong here, and it also provides vision.
She said they have a refresher shard. They still haven't made a move yet. They've got time. They still have, obviously, the Aegis as well. And top lane's pushed out nicely. Bottom lane, well, it almost was, but right back in the Radiant's favor. God, Clockwork spam has to be annoying to deal with this Fury on as well, Nature's Prophet. They just have so many ways to push out these lanes.
Yep. That's why it's the timing. Like, they have Ritsu's bottom. He has bots level 2 actually. I think Snaking should be looking to interrupt his TP. Nope, never mind. That's fine. Yep, he's gonna TP in mid, and now you gotta go. You really gotta go if you're DC. You got a 30-second window. This is what you worked so hard for this. It's go time.
This is scary if you're the Radiant, right? All Elder Titan needs is to be nearby. You get that aura, the physical and the magical, with a PA Viper. That is just instant one-shots on anyone. Well, Rocket will hit PA. Harassed down a little bit and just blink strikes away. A-Black, he actually blink strikes into the A. Double rocketed. Here comes the ulti. They're going to try to do damage. Oh, Moonmander actually. Yeah, that was a nice play right there. And now you are. They're going to get double stomp, taking a ton of damage, but no one's doing too much right now. Just a lot of AoE damage from both teams. And damn, that hook shot unintentionally, intentionally blocked from getting Ritsu, but works out. Now. Oh, finally, MSS top lane. He is gone for the ranged barracks. And it is almost down. It would actually be dead. It actually would be dead. I don't know. I've talked with MSS so much about this, too. He knows my anger. Unbelievable. And there's Boots of Travel 2 coming up now on Beastmaster. It's a 14k lead for the Radiant, but yeah, it feels
so late in the game.
You're more scared if you're VGJ, right? Because you have a fear, like you said, Furion doesn't really help that much in the fights, even with the Sheepstick, and he's forced to kind of come to him. It just comes down to who takes a worse fight, or who takes a better fight, if you're a positive thinker. Are you a +2 or a -2 guy on Silencer?
I'm a +2.
Alright, good. Well, just lane's getting pushed out. This is only game 1, best of 3. Winner goes on to play EG. Loser, G4P.
I mean, let's get real. These teams are going to meet again.
Oh,
yeah. The final,
I don't think that actually.
bracket.
I'm not sure if losers bracket finals gets played. No, it should.
It does.
Oh, it does, because it's tiered out. Yeah, it's like GSC. Yeah.
Exactly.
But you know. So would you rather win? I mean, obviously, losing today. If you lose today, but then win tomorrow, you're like, it's like we didn't even lose.
Pretty much. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because it's group stage and everyone makes the playoffs. It's not like usual where you'd be sad and
at least one.
Make
and look at this. This is a Rapier smoke into base play by VGJ. They haven't scouted anyone.
They have such insane vision. Bryle should just die here. Like, man, I wish that's a great play, but you gotta make the move.
Commit.
Right?
Yeah. And they just get out.
I feel like VGJ, they keep finding windows, and they're just not decisive enough to follow through on them.
Yeah. It felt odd. Like you said, they had the vision top of like 3 heroes. 1 hero was kind of around middle, but Viper definitely could have gone down there. Now, we look at the buybacks, because they're all about to come back up. They actually pretty much are. Besides Gyro in 1 minute. No?
And the later the game gets, the easier, the less effective these super creeps are. Like, they start to not matter anymore once you have 3 or 4 cores on DC side just 6 slotted.
No. And this Bane. Bane's going for the old 70-minute Helm of the Dominator.
I don't mind it, to be fair. I mean, what else is he going to get?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing.
An Ice Ogre creep could be game-changing.
Meanwhile...
Did you know, actually, plus armor actually scales linearly as far as representative of your EHP? So going up 8 armor effectively increases your health based on physical damage taken by 40%.
I mean, Kyle, did you really have to ask that? Of course I knew what that meant.
Yeah, it's 5% more EHP per point of positive armor.
But doesn't that also fall off per, like, how much armor you get at all? Are you sure?
Negative armor has diminishing returns. Positive armor has no diminishing returns.
Alright. But to be fair, if you have 10,000 armor, but then you get 10,005 armor, does that make too much of a difference?
It makes, you get 25%.
I'm a big armor. I don't know. I still think that's why, though. I mean, at least other people are too. You see these 10 armor talents, pretty much the biggest value you can get nowadays.
It ain't bad. Translated to gold. That's a plate mail right there.
It's 1,400.
It's also really hard to slot for plus armor. There's very few items that give it to you as a quality purchase other than Shivas and AC.
Yep.
Also, Blade Mail, the choice on the Viper.
Alright. Has a casualty. He just keeps... And now he's not even wearing his plate mail. We just talked about this. Well, that's life. Top lane. Bryle's illusion. There we go. Wasn't attacking. But it will. So it's gonna be pretty slow paced. And I mean, one of these teams is gonna have to commit, right? That's how these games end. There's a full Lincoln's for PA in his stash.
Wait, you really think this game will end? Because I've just contacted my attorney. I wrote my will. I didn't think we were getting out of this one alive.
Cool. Can I get your, like... Can I get a hoodie? I actually don't have a hoodie.
Sure.
Alright, hell yeah. I just don't have coats. I never wear coats.
What kind of hoodie we talking about?
Just anything. Anything that's warm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you wanted one branded, because I don't know if I have access to those anymore.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. You know, I've got my own branded stuff.
Okay, cool.
No, if you just have, like, a FUBU one, I'd love the FUBU one.
Perfect. I got you covered.
Alright, sick. And, well, there goes Roshan. So we do have the Aegis Divine Rapier up on Gyro. You have the cheese in PL's backpack, and getting that, I mean...
Look, now they just need to get this DD bottom and go end the game.
Yeah, Gyro the DD. The problem is, Gyro's BKB in his backpack, so isn't he just gonna... He wants to die the first time and absorb damage, and then he's gonna lose the DD before he uses BKB?
The thing is, it's so... You just provide vision, PL illusions run in, some treants, you run in with DD, and flak DD the tower. And you can't fight. You back away, when flak's up, you run in and do it again. It's more about utilizing the flak to zone the Viper ET Bane completely out of the engagement and prevent the Beastmaster blinking.
Oh. But they will clear out these creeps top again. Elder Titan Spear plus poison. We'll see if VGJ actually wants to commit here. And now a full nullifier on PL. Has buyback as well. Slowly, but every 10 damage every wave on this range. Right? Whoa, on the backside, they are actually going to find Moonmeander. In comes the A-Blast. Not going to hit on anyone. Ritsu goes for it. Bryle almost dead. The Blade Mill doing so much work. Ritsu goes in, gets a double crit. And now the nullifier's up. PA in a lot of trouble. Not dead yet. Finally goes down. Buybacks by everyone. Gyrocopter comes back. We see a Refresher Shard used by Snakey. He doesn't have any mana, but his Aeon Disc gets popped again. Uh-oh, this PL goes down. Nullifier now on Moonmeander. MSS gonna try to just get out of there. Oh, won't make it. And well, doesn't seem terrible. DC, most of them do end up dying there, but that's the best part about being a defending team like that. You just buy back and you're there. Should VGJ have done something differently in that fight, or... I don't know if you saw anything specific.
I don't know. I mean, kind of just felt like they got wrecked.
No, I don't know. The Ritsu blinked in. The double blade, I mean, the blade mail on the Viper just destroyed Tomato.
That is something I didn't even recognize the importance of, because Tomato's health pool is actually lower than Viper, so he'll just tank the flak to the face. He doesn't care.
No. If you one for one
Tomato
trade,
really needs that Satanic, yeah.
Not even, there's no Spirit Vessels on Dire either, so Satanic's going to be pretty good.
You really don't want to buy the AC on Gyro for this reason, because he's missing the life steal now.
No. Here it is.
It's okay, but...
So no boots, Gyro with the Satanic. Middle lane just getting pushed, NSS has to buy back, and here we go, it's a 11k lead now. And, well, DC just backs out.
Dude, VGJ is just playing so timid. So timid here. It doesn't feel like they had this game in the bag 20-30 minutes ago, and I really think they've squandered two legitimate opportunities to make game-winning plays.
Now they're stuck against, as we said, this aura stacked PA and a Blade Mill Viper versus your Gyro.
Don't forget the ET.
The aura, one of the best in the game.
Insane.
It probably is the best aura in the game at level. It doesn't matter, late game, we'll just say.
Like, take Prophet for an example. Prophet really only has 5 armor in melee range of ET.
Yeah.
He loses 18. It's a triple SO.
That's scary. And so, If this game continues to go like this, does DC just eventually win it in like a 300-minute barn burner? Well, we're going to see a hook shot actually come in to kill a Hawk. And they get it. I think he was doing that on purpose. He has an Ags. Yeah, they're just killing off Hawks at will.
I really feel like you just need such a small window for MSS to take these racks. And while DC's lineup is very strong, they're much weaker when they're split up. So just distract them, hook in on somebody, preferably Beastmaster, force spells, and then let the Furion threaten the racks.
Yeah. Because there has been times these creep waves have, I mean, even right now, the creeps have just been inside the base. Just tough.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Like, Megas are still a game-winning tool, you know? It's probably too late at this point for them to secure the game 100%, but...
Yeah, it's good, but it's not end-all, be-all. Man, I love the level 25 on Clockwork. That thing is nasty. You see illusions from Yawar pushing out top lane. Just keeping these waves close, but neither team. Dire's not going to leave their base, and Radiant, they're fine just farming in their jungle right now. Is this just going to be a wait till we get all buybacks and see what happens again? That's what it's looking like. And why is Tomato... Oh God, I hate his tag. Better off... Man, I hate that emo shit in people's names. You've never had an emo one, have you?
I don't think so.
Alright, good. I don't know.
I've just used my name.
Just Cole Kyle? Oh, okay. And maybe a sponsor afterwards? That's about it.
Pretty much. I don't know if he ever had a sponsor, though.
Oh. Just ColeKyle.Kyle. Well,
Yeah,
looks like
pretty much.
Dire is... They're out of the base now. Top lane's pushed in, though. We're going to see Moon Meander try to cut this down. But look at Yawar. He was thinking about making a move.
Someone's got to make a move on VGJ, or they will lose the game.
Yeah.
Like they need to be proactive in their attempt to win the game. They got to stop trying not to lose and make a play.
Make a play to win, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's always been the thing, right? That's for an experienced I mean, Stanking, he's captained a lot, but all of his teams have been more passive. Well, bottom lane now, they're going in. Gonna be a hook shot. Brown, a lot of trouble. A-Blast will hit. They get him. That's no buyback. 130. This could be it. And look at, they're looking for more. And oh my goodness.
What,
yeah.
What the hell is what? How?
Oh, and Snaking almost just got the Bane, but
Dude, that's just game. What? Why is he there without buyback? What the? What?
Shit, I'm just a caster. I don't know. Yeah, that was. I don't know. And now is this? Like you said, it's yeah, it's a straight 4v5. It feels like the only way they lose this is if Tomato just doesn't play around the Blade Mill correctly. And if they can avoid that Blade Mill death, I think this is going to be a pretty free, at least Mega Creeps. And there we go, hookshot in. He actually finds two. A-Blast going to go. Oh my goodness, Stanking's dead instantly. Moonmander gets his BKB up. We're going to see one from Ritsu as well. He's going in. They get an easy kill on Tomato. Oh my goodness. And now Ritsu, he's sheeped up though as well. He's Hex. Can they bring him down during all of this? Nice stomp by Owie. I don't know if it's going to be enough though. Ritsu blink strikes away. It might be. No. Snaking with the rock, and now Moonmander with the BKB. He knows he's the last defense, and he's gonna go down. And there's a buyback from Ellertine and BM. They're slow damage. Everyone, no one's really here. We just see PL actually diving their base, creating space for his team to try to bring down that melee, and they do. Good game gets called, and well, there you go. They made a play. They killed the Viper bottom, and
I don't know.
If it was them or more of the Bryle being there. You can say it. You definitely shouldn't be alone with no buyback that late in the game.
That was just...
You can say interesting, that's what I use.
I just, you know what wasn't interesting? The 30 minutes of the game I watched before that moment.
Yeah.
And the payoff,
oh man, the Elder Titan ulti plus aura, though, on that gyro. He went down, but unfortunately, Yawar is just destroying him on the backside. And well, that's VGJ.Storm. They take game number 1. You thought after that early laning phase they were going to just steamroll over. They do end up winning, but it takes them a little bit longer than they probably thought as well. And well, I think we see the problem with PA, too.
On the bright side, I checked, and I am correct regarding the relationship between armor and HP.
Yes.
If you were to take a hero, okay, with 1,000 health, and let's say he had 10 armor, he's effectively going to be increasing his EHP by 100%. Thus, it would be 2,000. So if you were just taking purely physical damage, if you have 1,000 health and 10 armor, it's like having 0 armor and 2,000 health, and that is a linear relationship forever. So buying a plate mail as a hero with 2,000 health effectively increases your EHP by 50%. Wait, yeah. Wow, okay, so I'm right, but I did my example was wrong. So now I'll just look dumb.
That's fine. I think you were already doing that
50%
anyways.
more EHP. Yeah, exactly. I'm really good at that.
Nah, yeah, I don't know. EHP is one of those things I've tried to wrap my head around, and I read the numbers and I'm just like, armor's good. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's just as you
I should
get further